Welcome back. You're watching First Trades here on ET Now, and time for continued corporate conversations because that's just the nature of the trade these days. Sanjay Swarup, Chairman Managing Director of Container Corporation of India, joining us this morning. Mr. Swarup, let me start off by understanding what the originating volumes for Q3 were, EXIM and domestic, and how are realizations trending in Q3? Give us a sense of that to start off.
Yeah, we saw good morning. We saw a growth of healthy growth of around 7% in originating, and as far as the throughput is concerned, we have got a growth of 10% in EXIM, 13% in domestic, total growth of 11%, and which is likely to be improving in Q4. EXIM will continue 10% or more. Domestic will further improve from 13%. So that the guidance I gave at the start of the year of 10%, 20% in domestic, 10% in EXIM, total 13%, we will be able to meet that guidance at the end of the financial year.
Okay, understood. Also, with regard to just talk to us a little bit about your Q3 trends. EXIM market share in Q2 was around 54.1%. Have you seen an improvement there?
EXIM market share has remained at that level only due to various reasons. Like we have decided consciously not to pick up the low margin business, and we are focusing on our corporate clients and customers and giving them good service, adding new customers. And now we are looking towards Western DFC commissioning by March 2026 and up to JNPA, which will give a further boost to our market share as well as our EXIM volumes. And FY27 is going to be a game changer. And from FY27 onwards, for the next 3 financial years, that is up to FY29, I am projecting more than 15% growth in EXIM and more than 20% growth in domestic. Of course, domestic will be will be the growth driver in domestic will be the tank containers in which we will be doing bulk cement loading, and we are having tie-ups with big corporates like Jindals, Vedanta, Tatas, and then with Petronet, with Gas Authority, GAIL. So all these tie-ups and all these commissioning of DFC, tank containers will give a big boost to the company for the next 3 financial years, and we expect that by FY29 we will be able to post a top line of rupees 15,000 crores and physical throughput of 10 million TEUs. We are quite confident of achieving that.
Okay, quite interesting and encouraging really to hear that. But the other thing that I wanted to understand was what's really happening when it comes to 59% of your B2C revenues coming in from the US, and how much of it got impacted on account of, what we've actually seen with the company right now. If you could just excuse me, Harsh, why don't you take the next question? My screen's hung.
Yeah, sure. So with regard to dedicated freight corridor, right? The JNPT.
Before answering,
yeah, please go ahead.
Before answering this question, I just wanted to give a supplementary input with regard to the previous question. Yesterday, the board of directors have reviewed our results and seeing the buoyancy in the market and very good demand that we are expecting for next 3 financial years. They have sanctioned 23% increase in the capex budget for this financial year. As you are aware, we had a capex budget of rupees 860 crores for this financial year. Board of directors have made it rupees 1060 crores. Out of that, at the end of Q3, already more than 700 crores we have spent on capex. So this is a clear indication that company is moving in the direction of very robust growth in the next 3 financial years. Sorry. Now you can please ask the next question.
Yes. Sanjay, what I want to understand about is the JNPT DFC connectivity now firmly on track, you think, for commissioning by March 2026?
Yes, yes. I have had a talk with the senior DFC officials myself, and they are very confident. Maybe by before 31st March, they will be commissioning it, and that will come as a pleasant surprise to us as well as to the trade.
Also wanted to understand from new growth avenues like parcel, shipping, Vadhavan port, what level of contribution do you expect over the, say, medium term?
See, Vadhavan port, medium term, I don't expect any contribution because Vadhavan port will be commissioned by 2030. So maybe after that, we can expect some growth. And we expect a good growth from Vadhavan port also because it will be on DFC only. So it will have very good connectivity with the NCR region. As far as shipping is concerned, yes, we have already started our moves in shipping, and our containers are now going to Middle East. Already 300 containers have gone, and they have given us good business. And very nice thing is that we are getting both ways loaded container movement. From here, India export is going in loaded condition, and return also we are getting import loaded. So that, is a very good revenue earner for us, brings down the logistics cost for my customers. So that has been a very good success story for us as far as the sending containers to Middle East is concerned. Now we are issuing our own document. Containers are going outside our country on our document, Concourse document. Now we are finalizing an agreement with another agency for movement of our containers to Far East also. So very soon we will be replicating that to Far East. So initially we will strengthen these short voyages, and then maybe in the later, after some years, we will move to longer voyages also.
And rail freight margins directionally, are they moving up? And in Q3, how much have they moved higher by? What's leading to that optimization? To what extent, and what are the other levers available?
So I'm glad to inform you that for the period ended December 2025, we have seen a 200 basis points increase in our rail freight margins. Last year, for the first 9 months, the rail freight margin was 25.7%. This year it is 27.7%. So we have substantially improved the rail freight margin. There are two basic reasons for this. First is the increase in double stack movement. Back to back, we have again posted a growth of 7% in double stack handling. Around 5,000 rakes we have handled in the first 9 months, which is a very big achievement for my operations team. Second is the reduction in empty running cost. Empty running cost for the Q3, we have brought down by 16%. And for the period ending in December, I have brought the running of empty container cost by 12%, which has positively contributed to my bottom line and to rail freight margin.
Okay, good to hear that, and congratulations once again. Mr. Swaroop, good speaking with you.